Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I just wanted to come with you and talk about what's going on with Harry and these most recent interviews that he is scheduled or has already given, but waiting to be aired. So this is from Instagram People. In two upcoming television interviews, Prince Harry is speaking out about his Meghan Markle's decision to step back as working royals and why he believes that his family's silence is betrayal to him. Hey, Petey, I'll play with you in a minute. Sorry, I got the dog climbing up on me. I just took him for a walk. Okay, then Instagram Royal Roundup says, Harry on ITV interview, I'd like to get my father back. I'd like to have my brother back. They've shown absolutely no willingness to reconcile. They feel as though it's better to keep us somehow as the villains. That is so sad that this is the way this grown man thinks that his family owes him an apology. He's the only one that has went out and trashed and badmouthed his family. They haven't done these things to them. Even the journalists and royal reporters have come out saying that things were not fed to them or trades were not done to keep to throw Harry under the bus, him and Meghan, and protect the rest of the royals. Those kind of deals just aren't done. If they've got a story, they're going to run with it, and they're not feeding them. Now, maybe where they say that there's a royal source, I mean, maybe it is somebody who works for them or somebody out of the household, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's coming from the men in gray or the communications department at Buckingham Palace. Then the Mirror says, Prince Harry's tell-all 28-pound memoir, spare to be sold for as little as $8 in Tesco. Got to shut the door. They're doing some palm tree trimming out here. Excuse me, Petey. Let me step away. Sorry. All right. The Duke of Sussex book has not released yet, but it's already had its price slashed on Amazon and Waterstones. And that's what I had bought mine for, $14. And I pre-ordered it about a month ago. So it's going to go to the basement, and they're expecting it to go sell in Tesco for as little as £8 a copy. All right, here's something. This is, and let me just stop this 1 second. This is the 60 Minutes trailer for the interview that he did with Anderson Cooper, who is a left-leaning CNN network guy. So he's an anchor on CNN. So he does some of the 60 Minutes episodes in America. And it's more whinging and cringing. But I'm telling you, Harry really believes that his family has wronged him. Meghan has convinced him of it. She has played and gaslit him. And he has these paranoid delusions. His reality is not our reality at all. So let's see what he has to say to Anderson in this trailer clip. Now, this will be aired, I believe, did it say Thursday? I think Thursday. So I'll get back with you on it once it's aired. But here's the trailer.
Okay, fine. You want to move to California. You want to step back from the institutional role. Why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto. And it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story, and then at the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayal.
I want to step back from the institutional role. Why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against.
There's no briefings, no leakings, no planting of stories, Harry. This is all fueled by your paranoid delusions, and what Meghan has convinced you has happened. Because I believe that really what it is, you didn't want anything negative said about you and Meghan. You wanted to come off as the superheroes that was coming in to modernize the royal family, and that wasn't the case. And people loved you and loved your wife until they saw what you were doing, that they saw that you weren't playing by the rules, that you weren't following protocol, that you were trying to hold your own court, and that you were treating people badly in doing so, and that Megan thought that she should be getting paid for those appearances. Harry, I can't even believe that as a grown man you would believe these things, because it is so different. It's so far from reality that I almost hope you're just making this up for money, and that you don't really believe it, because for you to believe it, it's a sad state of what your mental health is. Now, this is something I forgot I left in. We've been watching football the last few days, because here the NFL, National Football League, has been in the playoffs. And we had a Buffalo Bills safety, Damar Hamlin. No, Petey, here's your toy. Was playing, and he is a safety, and he went in for a tackle against the Bengals. And when he did, he went down. It didn't seem like he had a head crash or trauma to that, but he went to stand back up, and as soon as he did, he fell down. They rushed to him, and the man just had a pulse, but he was not breathing on his own, so they had to administer CPR on the field. Football players stood around him, and for the first time, they actually backed in or drove in an ambulance to come right up to him. They did get him resuscitated by CPR. He is in a critical condition, and we don't know if he's expected to recover or if he's even expected to live. They've determined so far that it appears to be a massive heart attack. Don't know if there's a history of arrhythmia. It's all right, babe. Arrhythmia or anything like that. Sorry, the dog's wanting me to take him out again. All right, so we'll just move on. So our prayers are with him, his family, his teammate, and his mother was there with him at the game, but they suspended the game. It was still into the first quarter, and it was just devastating to watch. We've seen players that have sustained injuries that were life-threatening, or even have died from playing football. It is a dangerous sport, and it is very brutal, and unfortunately sometimes these things happen. So if you would just send up prayers for this young man. He's only 24 years old, and so let's pray that he has a full recovery, speedy recovery. But anyway, these are the players that after they had lifted him up and took him in. All right, so Deadline says, criticism in 60 Minutes interview update. So Prince Harry is speaking why he and his wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, decided to air their grievances publicly after stepping back from the royal family. In a new clip released Monday for his upcoming interview with Anderson Cooper, sorry, I'm going to a different part of the house, with Anderson Cooper on CBS, 60 Minutes. And of course, CBS, is where all the left-leaning people and the woke people work for that news station here in America. Harry tells Cooper he tried to address the situation privately. And every single time I tried to do, though, there's these briefings and leakings. I don't know what he's talking about. This is just crazy. But anyway, it says that, let's see what else. And you just saw the clip. And again, I think it's airing Thursday or Monday. I'll have to look again. But all of these things that he's saying is just more things that are not true. And this was on Twitter from Deadline posted 60 Minutes. Anderson Cooper, who was actually, his mother was Gloria Vanderbilt, and they were part of the Vanderbilt family. And his mother died just in the last couple of years. And he had a brother, and his brother had committed suicide. So he's very well known. He actually does for the news station. He does the whole lead up to New Year's with Andy Cohen. But anyway, so it says that it will air next Sunday. So that's the date. Sunday, January the 8th on CBS. And it will be his first U.S. television interview to discuss his upcoming memoir, Spare. And then this Deadline's going back to talk about the 6-part documentary And this was startling to me when he blamed the Daily Mail for Meghan's miscarriage, because if you look up Mayo Clinic and some of the other things on the website, you'll find out that stress itself is not something that would cause a miscarriage. If you had underlying health conditions, maybe stress, and maybe you had a something else going on, or just not a viable pregnancy. But to say that, and again, he does say, I can't say for sure, but I believe my wife suffered a miscarriage because of what the Mail did. I watched the whole thing. Prince Harry said, well, we're not even sure if the children are of the body. We just don't know anymore. And so many pictures that we've seen of the kids in this 6-part docuseries, reality TV actually. We saw Lilibet blonde and Archie blonde and not even redheaded. And then we see, everything's smoke and mirrors with them. The black and white, the cartoon character cards. And how come Lilibet and Archie were not on their Christmas card that they sent out for Archware? But is their only Christmas card as well. So where's the family Christmas card? He said, now we absolutely know that the miscarriage was caused by that. There's no way to know that, and I don't believe that's true. But I'm sure Meghan convinced you that this was true. This is all allegedly. This is just a picture I took this morning. The sun is shining. It's beautiful here. The palm trees and stuff are getting trimmed. So, and this is my friend's home. This is just the indoor pool where I'm sitting. And you can see, and then they've got a huge outdoor pool. Sorry, a couple of things on there. But anyway, let me just go back here. But it's just a sad state that Harry is believing that narrative. That's why I wonder sometimes, are they together? Are they not together? Because if they are, and Harry really believes that, it's just sad. I feel like that he's lived in San Francisco part of the time, but for him to go in and go through with these interviews before this book, but I guess it's all about the money. But there was at the awards, when they went to the Kennedy Awards, there was, Gayle King was there, and I think she was caught on mic, allegedly, saying that they knew that this was all made up, that this wasn't really true, but that this was the narrative that they were pushing, but that they truly don't believe that the royal family is racist. So who do you believe on this? There's so many things, and I think they love the fact that they want to be the people with the Aspen Institute over people spreading misinformation, but they're the number one spreaders of misinformation to all of us. But anyway, that's a short video for you, and I'm headed back home today. In a little bit, we've been doing some cleaning and other things around here, but I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you for being here with me, and may you all have a blessed day. Lots of love, everyone.